Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ether Bandit's Garage. Today, we have this mint little K5 Blazer in the shop. It's a little worse for wear. All but two body panels are primered. This one and the driver door, which I think this one's not primered because there's a big dent in it. I think the same thing with the driver's side. I did just purchase it. It has a 6.2 Detroit diesel in it, but the injector pump's been robbed out of it, which that's okay. I mean, I've known about this for a while, and I've kind of helped work on it. The motor has a broken hole for the starter. So that's no big deal. I'm building that 6.2 right there for it currently. It is a little bit worse for wear. I mean, for a square body, it's an 83, which it says it has 7,000 miles on it. So we're going to say 107,000 miles, or 207, probably more likely. A little bit of rust, could use some new rockers. The floor pans are honestly pretty good. It has a NV4500 swapped in it. No clutch pedal yet, but I do have a clutch pedal assembly. That side has a little bit more rust in it. No rust in the bed. I mean, just like kind of an unfinished project. The glass is out, so I need to figure out all that. I do have the top for it. It's not here right now. It has a spare tire mount. I mean, it's pretty. The part that actually matters, the Blazer shell, is very straight. And it's very straight. Like, it's a Silverado. Very straight. It gives me something to work with. I mean, this door is pretty bad. But these doors are universal. The Blazer body is not. Get one of these, get a passenger fender. This one has a little dent right there, but I ain't trying to make no beauty queen. I just want something I can drive around town. So we're gonna swap this motor out. Probably gonna rip the motor out today. And prep that motor to go back in here. I do have a ATS turbo kit. Turbo, that's a manifold for a 6.2. And there's the upper part of it that we're going to be putting on here. One day I'd like to rebuild the AC system. And yeah, so we're just going to get to work. I'm going to pop this motor out. And then I need to put that one together. Put it in here. So yeah, get back to y'all when we get to this. Alrighty guys, so as y'all can tell, this is no longer in here, which it didn't take me too long, probably about an hour to get it out. It's very simple. Return line, the fill line for the inlet is right here, and then oil pressure, glow plugs, temperature, a different kind of temperature controller right here. Probably, I think this one's for the gauges. And then more glow plugs, alternator, which basically the wires run. They run from here around the back side to this. So I unbolted the wires off the alternator and I was able to flip all the wires off. Very easy, very straightforward. I honestly got the motor out, and then I took the power steering lines off because it was easiest. There's just some minor spillage here. Power steering fluid and antifreeze. Now here's the reason why this block was trashed. Starter hole, starter bolt goes there, and that one is definitely bad. So, kind of heartbreaking, because this should be a red block. But I don't think, it doesn't look like it has coarse thread injectors, but it's definitely, I don't know. Anyways, I digress. So now it's going to be swapping some of the internals from this one, or swapping some parts off that motor to this one, putting that pump on this motor, and putting it back in, which I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Probably going to roll it out, pressure wash it again, try to clean the frame up, maybe splash some paint on it. We are going to be thinning some wiring out because I'm going to make my own glow plug harness that is manual, and manual glow plugs, and we no longer have an automatic transmission. So basically I want glow plug wires, temperature, oil pressure, alternator, and injector pump, and that's all. I don't want any other wires. Be easiest that way. But came out pretty easy. Yeah. We let y'all know once we figure out where we're going from here. All right, ladies and germs. Got a little update for y'all. It's officially raining outside with a slight bit of hail, and shop kind of flooded a little bit. But other than that, other than the hail, it's a great day to be building a motor. Just buttoning this one up. We got our ARP head studs in it, and everything went on good. I did actually, it says, ARP says 90 foot-pounds, but I'm pretty sure that there are people out there that are torquing these up to like 120 and having good luck with them. So I like to live on the wild side, but maybe not 120, especially because I didn't go look for that article. I just remembered it. So I bumped them up to 100. We're going to see what's going to happen. Guessing to put rockers in, push rods, rockers. I need to take this manifold off so I can put that on. But I have to drill a hole in the valve cover and find a grommet for that, for the drain, so the turbo will drain into here. And probably ought to clean this up a little bit. Might splash some paint on it. Need to put the injector pump in. This cover is not bolted on finally. It's just I bolted this timing cover on, and I bolted. This is put on there now. There's no gear in here or nothing. Blazer itself, I need to drag it back outside and pressure wash this some more. See what we can't clean up, but it's definitely coming along. The other motor is officially out of here. I need to bolt accessories on it, which is alternator, power steering, and I think I'm going to leave this AC compressor bracket on there. Don't know what I'm going to do for sure yet, but definitely going to probably do that. Probably going to go rob a... I might see what threads they are. If my temp sending... Well, I'm going to use a factory temp sender. Probably going to get a block-off plate like this one from a parts motor. So that way I don't have to look at this, because this is your glow plug controller on the early 6.2s. And I don't want to use that. I'm going to go full manual setup. It's going to work great, I promise. Just stick with me. I wanted to put a new harmonic balancer on it, but like, either you buy a fluid dampener for 500 and something bucks, or you go to O'Reilly's and they tell you, oh, we don't even know when we can get one. So we're gonna do. I did use Molle head gaskets. I have Felpros, and I always heard that Molle, you're supposed to use Malls over Felpros. Honestly, can't tell a difference in them. I have these, so we're gonna use them. Next motor, I'll probably use those Felpros. Gotta rip that off. Recently upgraded from my little, where is it? Recently upgraded from the little OG 3/8 to this atomic one. She's bad, Larry. Like, very bad. I Well, that's because I think the trigger's going out on that or something. The computer's messing up. It still works most of the time, but not all the time, and so it bothers me. But this thing, if I get the right size, I mean, I broke a chrome 3/8 socket with it the other day. It was pretty awesome. This is what I use to take the head bolts out of this motor. It doesn't care. It likes it. Alrighty, we'll keep working and update y'all whenever I have an update, I guess. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, some time has elapsed. But as you can see, we have our beautiful 6.2 Frankenstein back together again. And got all this hot stuff right here. ATS turbo kit, upper intake plenum. It's all resting on there because my engine hoist, I'm going to pull the intake off. Just that way it's easy to put it in. But I figured y'all would want to see how the ATS turbo kit fit, all the fit. I do have a crossover pipe, it's over there. This is for your CDR. Not really convinced yet if I'm going to have one or not. Probably just hook it up for now because it's easy. But it's coming together. I always thought this was really cool because it retained factory air filter. It just raised the air filter up a little bit. I guess, oh, I need to make a glow plug harness. That's other than that, it's ready to go back in. On the Blazer itself, I have got the clutch cable on, the clutch line in. And if you come inside cab, we have brake pedal, clutch pedal. Not hooked up yet, but this is farther than it was. So that's really exciting. I need to put the column back in. Before I do that, to make the master work, this is the hole for the master cylinder. Cruise control went through there. We're gonna not have that probably forever, but not in the immediate. How this one works is supposed to work. There's a bolt supposed to be there and a bolt there, and the factory master cylinder is angled down. I'm gonna drill a different hole in the clutch pedal and make it to where it's probably still angled down a little bit, but not very far down, and see if we can't get it to work. The master cylinder I have for this is a bigger bore, so in theory it should take less effort, but that's all theory. There's only one way to find out. I'm sure before I drill any holes in that clutch pedal, I'm gonna have a pair of vice grips on the, but I gotta build a bracket for that. It's coming together. I'm just trying to get the 6.2 in so that way I can play with how hard the pedal is gonna be versus how high up the pedal has to be. It's just how it is. But so I have to get the clutch in there, so I gotta put that in. Which that's okay because then I can get it running too. But this is the harness for the cruise control, I believe. Because this is a brake sensor switch. And all this stuff, like this is for your vacuum. I guess it's to kill the vacuum. I don't know. It's all pretty advanced stuff to me, but really simple. Y'all know the deal. So we're gonna keep working on this beauty. I have spade connectors. Yeah, make glow, but I'm just gonna loop them all together. That's what I've done in the past. Worked really well. And yeah, I just want to make it while it's outside the vehicle because it'll be easiest. Oh, for the CDR valve holes, because it's boosted, I tapped these. You don't even have to drill it. You just need a 1/2 inch NPT tap. Tap goes in there. And I have some plugs for it. I just haven't put them in yet. But yeah, so we'll keep y'all posted. One of these, this side's probably going to be boost reference. So I have a reducer, and then we're going to put a boost pressure there. But very exciting. I ordered some glow shift gauges. I don't know if they're any bad or good. I've heard pretty bad things about them, pretty good things about them. We're just going to try them out ourselves. See what happens. So we'll get back to y'all when the next exciting things happen, which is probably going to be putting this into this piece of junk. We'll be right back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have 6.2 in the blazer. Now it's time to go put it back together. Gotta hook up fuel. Return. Where's that return line? Very close, which that's okay. We'll tweak that out of the way. Get a longer return line. And just keep on rolling. Oh, I did not notice that. Interesting. Alrighty, well, nothing to it but to do it. Well, we'll be back in a little bit. I'll bolt this on. Alrighty, guys. So current setup. Gonna try to crank this thing. I know it doesn't have an intake. Don't need an intake with diesels. I will say it's not gonna sound very good if it does crank, because that's an exhaust port for an EGR that no longer exists, because this is a 3/4 ton and up. I know the wiring looks pretty sketch, but here's how this works. Battery, fuel pump. These are for your fuel. These are for the fuel pump. And then we have our ignition wire right here, which somebody had like wrapped a wire there, and I'm gonna cut it shorter, but for now I have it tied on to the advanced timing, make it start a little bit better. It's cold and it's a fresh build. Instead of, I don't know what wire is the right wire for the factory oil sending unit, so I teed off the turbo here because it's a lot easier than going over there. So we have this to verify oil pressure. Throttle's hooked up. For glow plugs, we touch this to here. I have this is the button I'm gonna use for glow plugs. Little push button, very classy. But I want to hear it run. And so we don't have a radiator. I'm not gonna run it long. I just want to hear it run for me. Probably looking like we're gonna have to put a shaft seal, throttle shaft seal in the injector pump. That's okay. I've done one before. We have our oil cooler plumbed in right there. Gonna have to move that. I need one longer AN line, which that's okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but for now it's there, so we have oil flowing through it. I'm gonna set you up on the tripod and let's see what'll happen. So first thing I'm gonna do, gonna give it about 10-15 seconds of glow plugs. Okay, so it cranked and it ran beautifully at 40 pounds oil pressure. Just out of curiosity, I'm curious how it's gonna crank right back up again. Didn't run it long. Glow plugs. Okay, now we come over here to our... pretty good. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up the wirings. I have the motivation again to do that. I need to put the intake on. It runs very good for what it is right now. Go ahead and unhook our fuel pump. But alrighty, that's how you put a 6.2 in a Blazer. I guess I'm gonna clean this wiring up and build a clutch bracket, and we'll be ready to drive it. Alrighty, y'all don't have too much fun.